Hello YouTube, Jonas Weefield here once again for my second versus video. This time it's gonna be on two Sith, Exar and Darth Vader. Now, Exar was considered by many to be one of the most powerful Jedi of all time and also the most powerful Sith of all time. Vader, on the other hand, in the movies, he's very slow, and even though he defeated Luke, he's still considered to be not so powerful. So, this is how it's gonna go. Start out with their backstories, I guess. Exar Kun was kind of a troubled Jedi. You'd say he thought that he was very powerful and could defeat any Jedi, and to be honest, he could. He defeated his master on more than one occasion. And also, what makes Exar Kun is he uses a double lightsaber. Now, I know we've seen a lot of people do that, such as Darth Maul, but he doesn't use the longer hilt, like the staff type hilt. He uses like the kind of hilt that Obi-Wan or Luke used, like a single-bladed lightsaber. And there's a good reason for that, because when he used the staff, he found that it didn't work well for him. And when he used a single blade, he did very well. So he tried to combine the two. He used double blades, but at the same time used a smaller hilt, and fought much faster, much more agile, and could pretty much take on anybody. Now, his lightsaber skills were amazing. His force powers were too. But what really is amazing is he was born around 4,000 years before, born around, like, trying to think. It was 3996 BBY. Yeah, before the battle began. So he was born long before, Darth Maul or any of those even existed. So, that's Exar Kun. His force powers exceed that of almost any Jedi. His midi-chlorian count must have been extremely high. Anyways, on to Darth Vader. Darth Vader in the movies, as I said, was a slow, very kind of boring character. However, if you look into the expanded universe, he's taken on whole clans of Jedi. And if you look in The Force Unleashed, he took care of Kinto Merrick pretty easily. Like, didn't even give him a chance. Killed him like that. And, well, we all know he killed Obi-Wan, but at the same time, Obi-Wan kind of let it happen. So you didn't get to see much of him in the movies. Like, the only real thing, like, you got to see is when he defeated Luke, because it was a fair battle, and he did it pretty easily. Of course, even then, Luke wasn't a fully developed Jedi Knight. He was more just a Padawan. So, that really doesn't contribute to Vader really well. But, anyways, on to the fight. If these two were to meet up, they would definitely very easily fight, because Vader, he knows about the rule of two, and it would just be him and Palpatine, so there's the rule of two right there. However, Vader liked to get apprentices. Well, he only got one, but Exar Kun would not be his apprentice, so he would have no use for him, and going against the rule of two, he would try his best to fight him. Now, at first it would come down to saber skills, and Vader couldn't really do anything. Vader wasn't that fast, obviously, and he could defend well, but that's all he would have to rely on as his defense. He wouldn't be able to get any offense in against a Sith Lord like, well, not a Sith Lord, but a Sith like Exar. So, Vader would then try to use his force powers, like his iconic force choke you would try to use. But once again, Exar and his force powers would easily get out of that. Now, it's going very much in favor of Exar right now, but if you make Vader mad enough, he will fight, he will go on the offensive, and basically he doesn't, it's almost as if he goes into another world. He will try to kill Exar and maybe even hurt him a bit. However, I don't even think that would be enough. I think that Exar would ultimately probably disarm Vader first. Like, cut his hand or arm off. And he would try to convince Vader, to join him. And then maybe Palpatine, you never know. But that's what I feel would happen. Now, Vader could very well deny him this, and then he would kill Vader, but that's just what I think. I think that Vader, personally, is no match for Exar. So, that is my thought on that battle. I realize it's very short, but there wasn't too much to say. So, be here next time. Hopefully I can do a much better one, much more interesting. In the meantime, goodbye, YouTube.